This is the new finger guard, right, that I was issued today. Very basic construction, not much to it at all. Fit quite snug, I could barely move my thumb. That was until the use of this anti-inflammatory cream. Now I was told to put this on 4 times a day. I've put this on tonight for the first time. Now in a thumb that could not move, I'm now able to wiggle myself out of this. By a simple movement of the thumb, I'm able to wiggle myself out of this. Why can't I wiggle myself out of this? I can wiggle myself out of this because the cream that goes onto the hand does not get absorbed by the skin. That cream is akin to putting my hand into a vat of lard or a vat of fat or whatever the case may be. And you'll see from this in a moment that I cannot tighten this any tighter with the cream on there. It just continually moves. I'll show you this, hold on. So here it is, a couple of little Velcro strips on there. If I undo those to make this tighter, to stop all of this movement, right? If this thing just fucking swivels, to stop that. And to make this tighter, that there is absolutely as tight as I can get it. And you'll see on my skin, you'll see it's still, it's quite greasy. And now that's on there as tight as I can get it, and I can still wiggle myself out of it. That's the problem with these thumb guards, is it doesn't matter how they're designed. Once they get greasy and wet, particularly in a shower, or they get greasy and wet from washing your hands, or greasy and wet from the cream, they don't work. That's why I was wearing this one with a massive sort of thing on there, come around the wrist. Now you look, I don't even have to, I can freestyle this on my finger because my finger's greasy from the cream that they want me to use, the anti-inflammatory cream, which doesn't feel like anything more. And even the smell, it's like a mild danker rub. I'll put this back on, which I've now been told only to use in high risk areas. But even this is faulted because I can close my fist and pop it just from doing that with the fingers. So even this thing here, right? And I put new Velcro on there. I can't even get this. That there, I cannot get that. You see the skin pinching? I can't get that any tighter, right? So that there now is as tight as it can be. Can I bend my thumb? No. But I can break it by creating a fist. So now it's completely loose and it just slides straight off my hand because my hand is greasy from this anti-inflammatory extra cream. Western herbal medicine to relieve minor pain and inflammation. Man, have a look. You see that the sheen on the fingers? This cream has been on. I've had this cream on now for 30 minutes. I cannot get this to absorb into my skin anymore. So now, instead of having something that fits on there snugly, fits on there tightly, I've got to now get a towel, get a tissue, a bit of toilet paper, whatever it is, something to absorb and take up this this mucky greasiness, so I'm able to put it back on there. But the greasiness is going to remain on that because it's plastic. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a residue left on there. So I'm yet in another predicament where I'm being offered these sort of guards and these thumb guards and all this sort of a gear, and it just doesn't work like it should. So now I'll take one of my old shirts, mate. I have to then now wipe the greasy residue from my thumb and from the surrounding areas, which quite frankly is not 100% off. I'm clear here on the fingers. Not anything, mate. On here, I'm slippery as hell. It's slippery, it's greasy. It's like I said, putting my finger into a vat of lard. I've got this little fin guard, mate, today. Even putting my finger in there and pulling it out, mate, it's so greasy. I just don't get it. Like, put some anti-inflammatory cream on and put your guard back on, and then the guard will just freestyle around your finger. These little guards they give you, mate, they're just not adequate. You know what I mean? They're not adequate at all. And you've got these therapists who are, by the way, do Bachelor of Arts to get these things, mate. You're not going to fucking getting it out of a cornflake packet, mate. These guys are going to universities, becoming qualified in this field, and the solutions to the problems that they have are extremely just mind-boggling, mate. You know what I mean? Like, so everything is done now. I've wiped that entire thing free. I've used this tonight. It's the first time they've told me, well, you know, when you're sore, use an anti-inflammatory cream. Use a Voltaren or whatever it's called, or use this or use that. Takes down the inflammation. Well, I've used it the first time tonight, mate. I don't see what the big hullabaloo is, man. All it is just it's a glorified danker rub. That's all it is. So I'll put this back onto the thumb now. I will get this. I'm going to cut this video in a minute because it's just the length of this video, man. It's just so long. But I will legitimately make this as tight as I can get it. This is what I did on the way home when they give me this today, because it just wasn't tight enough. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like a thing that's loose. I like it to be tight, secure, snug, keep the injury fucking tight. You know what I mean? Less movement. Now that's back on there, and you can see now I can't really get this to move as much as it can, but I mean I can still freestyle this on the thumb. You know what I mean? So look, it'll be on there for a bit. It'll keep it from fucking moving and stuff. But I mean, even if I had the glove on underneath this wouldn't stop this from moving, mate. So I don't know if their solutions are really all they're cracked up to be. And the lady to me said today, she's, oh, we can't really tell because you've been able to move your thumb when you've had this guard on prior to it being amended. You were able to move your thumb in there. Oh, if I'd have known that, well, number one, you weren't my therapist that I've seen, physio guy or whatever. And I said, number two, like, the fact that I can break the seal on this shows that it's not really tight enough to keep things locked in. Look, if I had a broken arm, which I've had in the past, and they put a fucking cast on your arm, you imagine being able to take that cast off and on your arm willy-nilly. Imagine being able to bend your wrist while it's broken inside a cast. You imagine all that gear, mate. You'd be fucking ludicrous, mate. You'd never get anything. You wouldn't get a broken bone to heal itself because you're always moving it. Like this, I can't really get this to heal it because I can always move it because I'm not given anything that can stop it from moving, if you understand what I mean. Even inside this still locks up, man. Even inside this, and they say, oh, how's your thumb lock up? What do you mean? But you look at, like, you hear the knuckles cracking? What's this? You hear the knuckles cracking? I always crack my knuckles, man. I always have and I always will. And I need to do that to release the gas build up inside the knuckle. So when this thing's locked up tight and I can't move it, I know the minute I get this off this, I will crack the knuckle, and then the cracking of the knuckle will immediately make this thing snap up and down. So you just can't win with it. So I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, I don't even know how to fix it. But right now, these, and I'm saying it, mate, these backyard solutions, these hokey pokey solutions, mate, just don't do anything, mate. And they go hell for leather too. Oh, we're doing this, and oh, we're going to make this thing, and we're doing these. Just imagine if that was the way that doctors or physicians or whatever treated broken bones. Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Oh, we're going to do all these things. Oh. They fix broken bones and stuff one way. Why can't they fix these things fucking one way? Why is there not one way to do it? Because it's a complex injury. Then surely, if you want the thing to be stabilised and locked and not moved, there's one way to do it. Not a multiple fucking choice questions, mate. It just gives me the shits. On the bear, 10, I'm out, ciao.